Hello everyone, my name is Raisen and welcome back to RysFix. And guys, this video is specially for those people who are abroad, who have to store their car for a very long time because they only come for vacation for maybe 2-3 months and then they have to go back for 1 year for work because they work on contract basis, and then they have to come back, and when they come back they want their vehicle to work smoothly without any problems because they don't have any time to waste anymore, guys, because 2-3 months is very less to stay with the family. So this video is specially for those people who are abroad and who wants to store their vehicle for around 1 year. So without any further ado, let's get the video started. So the first thing that you should be doing is, guys, find a nice spot where you will park your vehicle. Now wherever you will be parking your vehicle, that place should be absolutely flat. It should not have a steep incline or uneven surface. The surface should be absolutely flat, guys. So first thing, look for a spot that is nice and flat where you will store your vehicle. Now guys, when you are looking for that spot, see that you don't see a spot under a tree, because you are going to park your vehicle there for a long time, maybe a year, and you can't keep your vehicle under a tree for that long, because guys, when you park your vehicle under a tree, all the leaves, debris will fall on your car and they will choke up all the drainage systems, guys. Also, when you park your car under a tree, all the bird will sit on the trees and they will poop on your car. All that acid will stay on your car for a long time and it will spoil your paint as well. So never park your car under a tree, guys. So the next thing, guys, when you know that you are going to park your car for another year now, the first thing that you should be doing is change your car engine oil and the oil filter. Because if you keep that old oil, dirty oil inside of your engine for 1 year without even moving the car, then all that dirt will settle inside of your engine, guys, and it will be hard to take it out later on. So put fresh oil inside of your engine and change your oil filter. Once you do that, the next thing that you should be doing is, guys, top up your fuel tank. Make it full. And when you are topping up your fuel, guys, you will also have to add a fuel stabilizer to your fuel, guys. I will put a link of the fuel stabilizer in the description below. You can definitely go there and check it out by yourself. In 9.5 liters of fuel, you will have to add 30 ml of this fuel stabilizer. So if your fuel tank capacity is 45 liters, you will have to add around 142 ml of stabilizer to your fuel tank. So before you add in the fuel inside of your fuel tank, see that you put in that much amount of stabilizer and then top up with the fuel. Once you do that, guys, the stabilizer and the fuel mixes well, because now the fuel is going inside of your fuel tank with the force and it will mix well. And by the time you reach from the petrol pump to your house, your car will shake or move a little bit in the middle. So like that, it will nicely mix up inside, guys. Don't worry about it. Now while you are there on the petrol pump, you can also check your air pressure there, because most of the petrol pumps now have a air pressure check. Now when you are filling up your tires, you will have to put in some extra air in them, guys, because we don't want less air inside of our tires when we are storing it for a long time. Now I don't recommend you guys to fill your tires with air at the petrol pump, because when you fill too much air inside of your tires, your braking performance will reduce and you have to reach back home also as well, guys. So see that you invest in a small portable air compressor. If you keep a portable air compressor inside of your vehicle, then it is always very good, because you can fill up air inside of your tires whenever you want. I will try to put a link of a air compressor in the description below. You can definitely go there and check it out by yourself, guys. When you have an air compressor like that, you can reach home comfortably and then fill up air inside of your tires at home without any tensions. So you have replaced your engine oil and the oil filter. You have topped up your fuel tank with fuel and you have added fuel stabilizer inside of your petrol tank. We have not checked the air pressure yet. We will check that later on. I will tell you when to do it, because we have not reached home yet, guys. We are still on the petrol pump. Now before you go home, take your vehicle to a washing station and see that you wash your car from top and from bottom as well. Go to a washing station that you go always. Tell them that you are going to store your car for a long time. Tell them that wash it thoroughly. Once you wash it thoroughly, don't go anywhere else. Directly after washing, take your car home in that spot where you will be parking it for a long time. Once you park your car in the spot where you will keep it for a long time, see that you apply a wax on top of it. If you are thinking of which wax you should be applying on your car, then I will try to put a link of it in the description. You can definitely go there and check it out by yourself. It's a very simple process, guys. You just have to apply the wax on your car paint and you have to polish it a little bit by rubbing with the sponge that you will get with the wax. So wax your car properly. This is like a protection coat for your vehicle paint, guys. Because if you are going to put a cover on top of your vehicle, then it will not scratch your paint. So once you wash your vehicle at the washing station, you come back home, you park your car in the spot where you will be keeping it for a long time, and then you should wax your entire vehicle. Once you do all of that, the next thing that you should be doing is, guys, and you get something called as the moisture absorber. Because when you store your vehicle for a long time, fungus starts to form inside of your car, molds start to form, and we don't want that, guys. So to avoid that, keep this moisture absorber inside of your car. I will try to put a link of that also in the description below. Definitely go there and check it out by yourself. Just open the container and place it somewhere in the middle of your vehicle. Once you do that, there will be no moisture inside of your vehicle, molds will not form, and it will not stink as well, guys. The next thing that you will have to do is you will have to close all the holes and gaps in your vehicle. You will have to do this because, guys, you don't want rats or any rodents to enter your vehicle. So for this, the first thing that comes is the air intake pipe. So disconnect your air intake pipe like this and put a cloth inside of this like this. Then go near your silencer pipe and cover your silencer pipe also as well like this, so that nobody will go inside. Then pull up your wiper arms like this, and underneath the wiper arms put a cloth like this, so that the wiper blades will be not touching the glass surface. They should be slightly free like this. If you do this, your wiper blades rubber will stay in good condition for a long time, and when you try to use them after a long time, when you come back, then they will be still in good condition and you can use them directly. If you keep the wiper arms touching the glass for a long time, then the rubber on the wiper arms stays bended all the time and then it gets deformed, guys. If you take it up and keep, then there will be absolutely no pressure on the rubber and it will stay in good condition for a longer period of time. Now I will go near my tires, and now it's time to fill up your tires with air. And as you guys can see, the max PSI that this tire can handle is 51 PSI, but you should not keep it on 51 PSI exact, guys. Just keep it between 45 to 49 PSI. We have to do this so that no flat spot is created on the tire. Because if you keep your car in one spot for 1 year, then a flat spot comes on your tire, because that tire has been standing there for 1 year and it has that flat surface. So to avoid that, the lesser surface contact, the better for the tire. That is the reason why we fill it up with more air. It is more of a problem when you have a very extreme weather condition, like if there is ice falling in your area. But in India, guys, the weather condition is not that extreme, because mostly we have hot weather here in India. If you are in extreme weather conditions, then it's better to put your car on jack stands like this. But to do that, you will need 4 jack stands like this. I will try to put a link of jack stands as well in the description below. If you can definitely go there and check it out by yourself. But if you are in hot weather like in India, then you don't need to lift your car on jack stands like this. But see that you fill up your tires with extra air. One more important thing I want to tell you guys here. See that you don't pull your handbrake and keep. We'll have to put your handbrake in release position, because if you keep the handbrake pulled, then it will stay like that for 1 year. After 1 year, when you come back and when you lower the handbrake, then your braking system, guys, it will stay like that only. You know how the braking system is, because we have already done a video on how to replace the brake pads. There is a cylinder there, it has to come out, but that cylinder thing will stay inside and that system will not work properly anymore, guys. So like this, your handbrake will stop working, and once you come back, you will have to repair it then. So keep your handbrake in release position. And guys, don't even keep your vehicle in a gear. So don't pull the handbrake and keep in neutral gear. What you should be doing is, guys, put a wooden piece or a stone in front of the tires so that your vehicle will not roll. Or you even get wheel chokes like this. I will try to put a link of them in the description below. Go there and check it out by yourself, guys. Put this type of things in front and back of your tire so that your vehicle will stay in one spot. Then comes the most important thing, and that is, guys, is your battery. Every time the battery is the main problem when you come back after a long time. So how you should be maintaining the battery? First, you say that every week you will start the car by calling someone home. but you do that for a month or so and then you forget about it. The person who was supposed to come to start your car doesn't get any more time to come, and when you don't start your car for more than 2 months, your battery is down already. You guys know that already. So how to tackle this now? If you have someone at home who will drive the car, then there is absolutely no need to worry. You can take your car out every week, and like this your battery will stay in good condition. But if you guys don't have anyone to drive your car and the car will stay in one spot for 1 year, in that scenario you will have to take the battery out from the vehicle and keep it on a wooden plank somewhere inside your house. Now when you have the battery on a wooden plank inside of your house, you will have to take that battery every month to a battery shop and tell that guy to charge it. You can even charge the battery by keeping the battery on the vehicle itself. But for that you will need a battery tender or a battery charger. I will try to put a link of a battery charger as well in the description below. You can definitely go there and check it out by yourself. So this is the battery tender that I use to charge my battery. This is a 5 amps 12 volts battery tender. If you have this at home, then you can charge your battery by keeping the battery on the car itself. You will have to connect the red wire on the positive terminal and you will have to connect the negative terminal somewhere on the car body where you will get a good grounding. Put on an exposed bolt or somewhere where you will get a good connect. If your wire is becoming a trip hazard, then you will have to protect that as well, and then you will have to plug in this battery tender in your house electrical outlet. Now this battery tender is 110 voltage, so I will have to use a step down converter to use this. This I had brought from abroad, but you don't have to buy from abroad now because nowadays you get these in India and at a very affordable price, so you don't have to use a step down converter for that. I use this battery tender, but the one which you will have to use will be a different one. You will have to buy here in India. I will try to put a link of one in the description below. Definitely go there and check it out by yourself. It will charge your battery and it will maintain your battery as well, guys. So every time if you have to store your vehicle for a long time, then it is always better to invest in a battery charger like this. You can even charge your car battery or your bike battery with this, guys, and that too at home. So once you do all of these things, there is one question that still remains, and that is, should I put a plastic on top of my car or should I not cover it at all? Some people say that the cover is not good. Some people say that you should not leave your car open like that. So what exactly we should be doing? So guys, we have already washed our vehicle and we have already waxed our vehicle as well. And once you wax your vehicle, it has like a top coating for your paint. Once you wax your car, you can definitely put a cover on top of it. Don't worry, your car paint will not get scratched. But what I recommend you is, before you put in the plastic cover, see that you cover your vehicle with a cloth. Put a cloth first, and on top of that you can definitely put the plastic cover. So like this your paint will get a double protection, guys. One more important thing I want to tell you guys here is your cover should be clean from the inside. See that you don't throw your cover on the floor, because when you throw it on the floor, all this dust, debris get embedded inside of that cover, and when you try to put it on the vehicle, it will scratch your paint, because those stones, those tiny sticks, everything get inside of the cover, which scratches your paint. So protect your cover also properly, take care of it. When you remove it, fold it nicely and keep it in a safe, clean place. So now you have stored your car nicely. Now you can go wherever you want, and once you come back after 1 year, now all the things you will have to take out. Don't directly sit inside of the car and start the car, guys. There are many things that you should take out now. Check your tire pressure and now get them to the normal tire pressure which the company recommends. You'll have to take out the cloth which you have put in the intake pipes, like the air filter pipe and the silencer pipe. You have blocked these pipes, you guys know that already, so remember that and take them out now. You have put rags underneath your wiper blades, see that you take them out as well. If you have connected a battery tender to your battery, then that you should be disconnecting now. And if you have taken the battery out from the vehicle completely, then now it's time to charge it once, get it back and put it inside of your vehicle and connect the right terminals. The stones or the wooden piece that you have placed in front of your tires and on the back of your tires, now it's time to take all of them out as well. Before you take them out, see that you pull your handbrake so that your car will not roll. It will not roll, guys, because you have kept your car on a flat surface first only. Once you do all of this, now you can try to start your car and take it for a drive. So these are the tips that you should be following if you are going to store your car for a long time, like for a year or so. Hoping that you have found this video useful, and I'm hoping that you have learned a lot in this video. So that's all in this video guys, and I will see you guys in my next video now. Till then, bye and take care.